Hello, folks. How are you? Welcome back to another edition with Chronic Pain and a Demon. My name is Raymond Nugent, aka Chronic Pain and a Demon. Nice to have you guys back another day. It's nice and cool outside here in Florida. It's like for a sweatshirt, but the sun is shining, and hey, that's great. The sun is shining. Folks, how are you? For my friends in chronic pain, how are you doing? I know for certain parts of the world right now, it's very cold and treacherous, when it comes down to your chronic issues. And you know, I understand and I feel your pain because, I've been there before. I know what it's like and what it feels like. So I hope you guys can find some way to alleviate your pain and move on with your day and also your week because Thanksgiving is Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving to all my friends, all my subscribers, all my people that watch my video, the ones that share my videos, and also the ones that will participate in my lives. Happy Thanksgiving to you. It's after Christmas in Asia, so for the Eastern world, could be Happy New Year for them, in this time of the year, you know. So for the ones on the Western side of the world, Happy Thanksgiving to us, and I hope we enjoy our Thanksgiving and have a great time with friends and family. Folks, I don't really do these videos that much, but I really want to talk about this gentleman, young Dolph. And I call him a gentleman because I think he is. I really strongly think he is from my research and, all this stuff that, I checked on. So senseless. It breaks my heart. And there's a couple of reasons why. Number one, even if he was doing things back in his younger days as a teenager just to survive, he turned his life around. He became, an artist, supporting his family. I have two great, beautiful young kids, you know, a life partner, a home. He was living his American dream the right way, in my opinion. He was also giving back to his community. He was helping other upcoming artists just to mold into themselves and become the dinosaur they want to become successfully. He seemed like a man that was very inquisitive when it comes on to generation wealth as far as, in the minority neighborhood. Because from my understanding, he owned more than 100 properties, around the Memphis neighborhoods and, so forth and so on. And plus he have his record company. So this young man was striving for greatness, striving for nothing but greatness, from nothing to something, you know. A lot of people didn't start out the good way. A lot of people are on Wall Street. A lot of people are in politics. They weren't started just like that. They went through different navigation areas to get to where they are, and they turn it around and better their lives. You know, and I think young Dolph is one of those pioneers that was trying to better himself, his life, his family, his friends, his faith, and all these things, regardless of the trials and tribulation that came his way. Because I'm sure you guys know by now, because around the internet you see the amount of attempts on his life, and he still say, you know what, I'm going to hand out these turkeys. I'm going to give back to where I'm from. So you have to understand, regardless of the facts, this young man has some greatness inside of him, some compassion. And to see what happens to him, it breaks my heart. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. It's not the third time. So, people of color, how many times are you going to break each other's heart by doing these devastating, demonic things? How many times? Because if this young man was killed the way you guys killed him by a police officer, I'm sure today Memphis will be burning. A lot of places will be burning. A lot of demonstrations. A lot of different things going on. But he was killed by his own. What does that say? Are we being hypocrites? Yes, we are. Black lives matter. But at the same time, if you look at the stats, we kill our own more than even the police officers who we think, did certain things, which we know a lot of police officers did a lot of unjust things to people of color. Don't get misconstrued. I'm not going in that direction. But what I'm saying is that why are we killing each other, having these day in, day out self-inflicted wounds on each other? This young man could have created jobs for the Memphis community. I'm sure he already did. He could have rebuilt certain inner cities. It could help, at least. And bring in also donors. So you have to understand, guys, when you have a rising star, you never know how far it could go. Especially the ones who try to build back their community. What they could do for the community. You know what I mean? Because guess what? The same people who put him to rest, sadly, I'm sure their family, somebody in their family, is getting a free turkey off young Dolph for their Thanksgiving. Very sad. Very sad. Young folks, young black folks, young black men, there's a better way to go at this life than some of us are doing. All right? Because if we're doing this for internet clouds, I don't know, because I don't follow some of these people. If we're doing it just because we don't think, if we're doing it because we pay a little bit of money, what is it worth your lifetime in prison? Or just, might wind up in a pine box? You have to say to yourself, what is a few thousand worth for taking a life of somebody who's trying to make a difference in so many people's life? Hundreds, thousands of lives. Sometimes when a person come to you with these kind of gesture, look into yourself. Look into your neighborhood. Look into the person that they have hate against. And say to yourself, hell no. Okay? Hell no. Because every time we do this, we depreciate our value. Every time we do this as people of color, we depreciate our value. And we fought so hard for our values. Our parents, our foreparents, they fought so hard for our values. And all I see today is the youngsters just depreciating and stepping on the values that people worked so hard for. People fought for, people died for, sacrificed their lives for. And that's a shame. It's a shame. Some of you young guys, make me, for a man of a certain age, don't want to be in the street at a certain time in the afternoon. I just want to be in my house, because some of you young guys have no value in life and human life, and elderlies. You just kill anybody. That anger that you have inside, speak to somebody about it. See a psychiatrist, see a psychologist. Ask your parents for help. Because I really think in the inner city, we have a lot of psychological problem. And that's why some of these things happen the way they happen. Yes, there's a lot of drug problem, but there's also a lot of psychological problem. Because I just don't, I can't construe, I can't get it. For every other day I turn on the television or go on YouTube or something, some other outlet, I see where another young black entertainer lost their life in a tragic situation. Enough is enough, folks. Enough is enough. If you say Black Lives Matter, stand by it. Just like young Dolph says, whatever he does, whatever he work on, he stands by it. So if we say Black Lives Matters, guys, stand by it. Okay? Respect black lives, white lives, brown lives, every life. Because every lives matter. Okay? Not just black life. Every lives matter. So value life more and respect people more. Okay? And let's stop causing these chaos and tragedies in people's lives. Because this young man had two beautiful young kids that he left behind. This is a father. This is a man that was trying to do right, trying to help people, trying to just have some basic munchies, cookies, trying to give back to his community, stuff that he likes. It's just like me going to my favorite Chinese store in Brooklyn. It's just like you going to your favorite store in your neighborhood and get gunned down because of your choice of what you like. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not good. Folks, we saw we had the first black president. That should be an eye opener to the young folks. To be a little bit more compassionate, have a better sense of thought, and just be more assertive in their lives instead of being so rational in the way they think and the way they act. And the impulsiveness. Use your sixth sense. Use your intuition. Same thing. It could save your life, and it could save a lot of other people's lives. A lot of us saw the other day where Mr. Kyle Rittenhouse got off his case scot-free, not guilty, for killing two people in Kenosha and injuring another person. A lot of people are bitter because of that result. And I don't understand, because I am one of those. I don't understand it. Holy Kenosha. That's my new curse word. Holy Kenosha. When I see things happen, like even when I see it happen, I just think, holy Kenosha. Because I just can't believe it no more. Our value on lives are becoming less and less each day, every moment. The way human value life is depreciating. And that's very sad, because that's why you see so much going on around this world today. And I hope we could grasp and come back to where we used to be, where we value life, and bring back this, four-letter word, love, into families, into friends, into friendship, into your workspace, into your entire life. Because love saves lives. Because if you love a person, you are not going to do what you're doing. If you love your race, you're not going to do what you're doing. You're going to make sure you do it better, to uplift instead of destroy. These messages have been spread so many times, but enough is enough. The cup is flowing over. Young folks, you are the future tomorrow, which is around the corner. Make the best of it. Make the best of it. Because you're destroying each other at a fast rate, and that's very sad. Very sad. The next 30 years or 50 years from now, when you look at this earth and it's so scanty of male or female, what are you going to say? You were the destroyer. You destroyed what you had. So you have to be blamed. So be careful before you be blamed for what you destroy and what you're destroying. Because you're destroying your future innovators, your future pioneers, your future stars, your future loved ones. You're destroying. And why? For what purpose? For the spirit of the moment? For true followers on YouTube or Instagram? When you get caught and you're in a prison cell, and you say to yourself, was it worth it? Because your followers are no more. Was it worth it? When you have 20, 30 years to think about it, was it worth it? You have to stop. Value yourself more. Love yourself more. Love life more. Maybe that's where the change could start. Because if you value yourself and value your life, you're going to have respect for yourself and other people's life. Because you know what? You don't want to do nothing stupid to wind up in a 6x9 cell thinking about the dumb mistakes that you have made. So before you make those mistakes, you think about life and its value. There's a lot out there that you could chase as far as dreamers. Innovation. Technology. Right now, you see the way the world's going. Everybody's going electric vehicle. There's so many different entities for you guys to branch off in. 10, 15, 20 times more than when I was growing up. So take advantage of the education that you have in front of you instead of destroying each other's lives. Because the life you destroy today, you're going to need it tomorrow. The life you destroy today, you're going to need it tomorrow. And tomorrow will be too late. So stop destroying your neighborhood, your own kind, the ones that try to help. Even if you have differences, use dialogues. Speak about it. Talk about it. Use dialogue, different dialogues. The smartest man that win a war, he don't have to fire one shot. He used dialogue to win that war. It cost their country less. Use dialogue and diffuse all these nonsense instead of using ammunition. Because this is what it leads to. Just like what happened to young Dolph. May you rest in peace, young man. I'm fascinated by what you do, what you stand for, your work. I'm fascinated. I hope your kids grow up to be wonderful, great, become innovators, because you are very talented and smart. And, you know, I pray for your lady friend, your partner. And I hope she could find it within herself to be strong. It's very hard, easier said than done. But this is the nonsense that you guys have to leave us with in the black community. You know? Where you leave a heavy heart and hundreds and thousands of people because of your nonsense and your brutal ways of doing things. This way of life is just savage. We have to stop. Enough is enough. It's way too much. Before I go, I always say, who feels it knows it. Peace. Until next time. See you.